obviously I'm pretty sure you heard the statements that Canelo said regarding Ryan Garcia, stating that, you know, maybe he's wasting time and needs to take the sport a little bit more serious. Obviously, those guys seem to be close. So what was your reaction to that statement?
Sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind, you know, and I'm sure Canelo has told Ryan Garcia this face to face. It's not like he's just come up with, you know, thought he'd say something to the media. Canelo's just like a brutally honest guy where he don't really, like, he's not going to mince his words. That's just how he feels, and that's what he said. So I think that it's no secret in the sport of boxing that from a dedication point of view, Ryan Garcia is not the top of that list. You know, we know he's had his problems and stuff like that, and, you know, we respect that. But the reality is, pre-problems, post-problems, he don't work as hard as a lot of fighters, and one of those fighters particularly being Canelo Alvarez. And they have an ethos in their gym where, you know, hard work is everything. And if you're not prepared to put that work and effort in and time, quite frankly, you're not welcome in the Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso gym. It's no boxing, no life. You know, it's not social media, partying, YouTube, boxing. It's boxing is everything. And you've seen the dedication that Canelo Alvarez has in his career now, with everything, with money, with fame, with achievements, with legacy. Still works as hard as he does now.
Yeah, well, you say it's no secret. And one thing I noticed that he's been winning his fight. He's been winning his fights impressively. I've never really thought that there was a problem with how much he trained. I've never heard anything about, you know, him not training as much because he's successful in the social media world. I didn't think that had anything to do with him not training as hard or anything.
A lot of it is stop-start. You know, it's stop-start. It's not. I think great fighters have a brilliant mindset and work ethic to keep themselves in shape all year round, waiting on dates. You know, some fighters can't train or can't get their head right until they've got a date, you know, and they know when they're fighting. That is such a load of bollocks, right? Because you can't run your career like that. You can't live the life like that. I'm sorry, I can't get focused until I know. No, you go to the gym and you work. Yeah, I understand when you've got a date, that's when you crank it up, you can dial in. But you have to live a dedicated life. And, you know, I do have sympathy with Ryan Garcia. The kid's a very young man. You know, he's achieved all this, you know, fame, and, you know, he's making money. And some people deal with that better than others. And he hasn't been able to deal with it in the same way that other people could deal with it. But it's difficult. You know, I don't think this is about his mindset. I think this is just about his, I think it's all very stop-start, you know, like Canelo said in, I think, some of his quotes, you know, one day he'll show up, then we'll phone him to show up. It's like, that's not how it should be.
Right.
You know, there's too many fighters sometimes who don't have the right relationship with a coach, and it's teacher-student. You know what I mean? You don't, when you're at school, you don't decide not to show up. And if you do, you get a bollocking, and, you know, you get told by the teacher, you need to come in. And that's the same mindset that you should have with your coach, student and teacher. And you do as you're told.
Absolutely.
You do as you're told. It's not, you don't call the shots. You do as you're told. And that's, I guess, you know, probably not the dynamic that's in that relationship.
Thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe All Media New York.